I just returned from a vacation. That's right. 7 days, not working, enjoying the tropics of the Yucatan in Mexico. That's why I've got this background because I'm channeling this tropical experience. And I wanted to talk about this vacation and why you should go on a vacation if you own a small business or have a stressful job. And I'm also going to show you a few clips from this vacation of mine. The amazing thing is that I'm currently in the status of my business where I can actually take a break. It took a long time. I had to build revenue. So I had to build consistent clients. And I also had to build a team who could implement things. And I also had to build the standard operating procedures, which are written instructions for anyone on my team to be able to take action and meet the needs of my clients. I can't say I do it perfectly still. I every year work on it a little bit more. I did successfully accomplish it. It's amazing. And that should be encouragement to you too. Anytime you feel jealous of someone or you feel like, oh, that's something I wish I was doing, the cool news is that is a note from your brain telling you, hey, like this crazy girl can do it, so can you. So I hope that you take that as inspiration to work on your ability to take a break. And here's the reason why you should take a break. Number one, I have known and experienced this fact. When you leave your business and prioritize living life to its fullest, clients come and chase you down. And I don't know what it is. I'm going to call it a woo-woo fact of the universe. But when you vacation, you will invite opportunity to you. And it's kind of like the theory a watched pot doesn't boil. But when you are sitting there anxiously waiting for a client to call you back, that's literally the only time that they will not call you back. They're not going to call you back. And so the first reason why you need to go on a vacation is because it will create this lack of awareness on your needs and instead focusing on gratitude. And I struggle with this myself. I love to always be focused on the next step ahead of me and where I'm going to grow. How am I going to be better than I was today? I don't let myself sit and enjoy my accomplishments, but I can tell you there's something magical that literally when you take a vacation, suddenly that email you're waiting for or a new client will respond to you. And it's something magnetic. I am saying this bullet point knowing it's a woo-woo one and that your brain will want to disagree or ask for proof for it. But I double dog dare you to test it out. That when you explore life and you do something adventurous and you tell your clients in advance you're going and you tell them when you're going to be back and you share your vacation, something will happen where the sales that you're waiting for will come back into fruition, especially if you've done the work beforehand. I'm not guaranteeing you take a vacation for the rest of your life. Like you got to do the work beforehand. And then when you've done all that you can, you need to take a break and that will result in something growing. And so that's the second point I want to bring up is that being able to enjoy your life and not being too stressed out about your business when you're trying to grow makes you a better person. It makes you more attractive. It makes you more fun. It causes you to be the best version of yourself, meaning it elevates your own energy to a level that is attractive. You'll have interesting things to say and they will have this sense of like attraction to you because you're so busy and exciting and you're focused on the joy of life, which is very motivating to them because people don't just need one problem solved. They actually want to work with someone they enjoy. And that I can guarantee you is a scientific provable thing that a person who's energetic and outgoing or who is well rested and peaceful is going to be more effective at their job of convincing other people to hire them, convincing their employees to work with them. Even troubleshooting, when you're not stressed, you will be more at peace and capable of tackling the business needs that you have in front of you. So that's the second reason why you must take a vacation and you should prioritize it. The third reason why you should go on a vacation is because your performance will improve. We live in an age where constantly our attention is being dragged between emails, upset clients. We get fixated on the problems because of how busy our lives are. And what happens is it creates stress and it creates monkey brain, which is the term that implies you jump from topic to topic insanely. So many people, myself included, feel that tension and it hurts your performance. The amount of stress you allow into your life will result in you getting less out of your business and getting less creativity, being worse at problem solving, not being able to run your business at an efficient level. So a vacation can actually help you. And that's why I'm going to tell you that there are those three things. First of all, there is something magical that when you take a break, the universe will provide and fill the gap. And the second thing is you're going to be more attractive to your clients. And the third thing is that you will be smarter, more productive, more efficient when you take a vacation. So I hope that this background and this little talk has inspired you to make a plan to do a vacation. So that's my question to you. When is your next vacation? Let me know in the comments. So if you keep watching, I will show you my vacation to the Yucatan, Mexico, and you can maybe take some inspiration and notes on making and planning your own next vacation. So the first thing we visited was Chichen Itza, which is one of the 7 wonders of the world. And it actually is a pyramid that was built by the Maya. And it's incredible, the technology of the people who built these pyramids, as well as all the structures there, is shocking. They knew so much, so, like they were so sophisticated, they created a temple that you could clap at the bottom of it and it would create the sound of a bird. This sound is so accurate to this bird that exists. It's like 98%, and you do like a test that compares the noises. So wardrobe change. This is actually an outfit that I bought in Mexico, and I'm going to wear it while I tell you about my trip. And Chichen Itza is in the middle of the Yucatan, which is in Mexico. It's on the eastern side. What is so phenomenal about this location is that every single section of this pyramid that was built like steps actually creates, during summer solstice, the pictured appearance of the shadow of a snake going down the side stairs of this pyramid. It was absolutely beautiful. And all around it, actually an entire city that served huge populations of people made out of stone. In fact, there was one building that actually looked like an observatory, and they believed that that's what it was used for because it was actually aligned with one of the primary stars that the Maya people used to govern and make decisions. Amazing. On a different day, we went to Isla Mujeres. Isla Mujeres is a little island off the Yucatan near Cancun, and it was so adorable. They had little tiny cars and golf carts that can zip all the way around. When we first checked in, we went immediately into our room. We checked out this amazing infinity pool that was right on the ocean. So you could sit inside the pool, drinking pina coladas and watching the waves. And it was beautiful. Everywhere that we went after that to get food was just filled with fresh fish and seafood like octopus and freshly grilled things that were caught like right off the water. And every beverage was made with these real juices. Was so fresh, and the clothing that we saw was bright, vibrant. I'm happy to be wearing one of the dresses that I bought because I adore bright colors, and they had handmade, hand-woven tapestries, things that you could put like pillows or tablecloths and purses. Of course, I bought a ton of these things. I think some of them are now not just done by hand, but are also done by machine. But because it's traditional Mexican style, it just is so filled with color. It was refreshing for my soul. And after that, we actually, on a different day, went to go swim with the whale sharks. This is a bucket list thing I've wanted to do my entire life. Whale sharks, they feed on plankton, and they happen to be in those waters near the eastern side of Mexico because they're eating lots of food and eventually going to be breeding. So they're just recharging. And so they're just floating, chilling near the surface of the water, eating plankton. So we were able to jump into the water and just suddenly feel so small in comparison to these massive beasts. Because of their size, you feel scared or intimidated, and yet they're not interested in eating you. They're interested in the plankton all around you. That was an amazing, mind-altering experience. I definitely not seasick on the boat ride over, but it was definitely worth it. One of the highlights of my life and the highlights of this entire trip. When we returned, we were able to have some drinks and cocktails with a rainbow that developed overhead because of the moisture in the air. So we just kept our feet in that white sand and had that blue, delicious teal water lapping up against our little toes, and we were able to enjoy the beach and the close of that amazing day. The following day, we were able to take a little golf cart to the edge of the island and actually see, so the island's name is Isla Mujeres, when we would go to pray for fertility. And this ancient, beautiful Maya temple still exists there, and it's the most eastern side section of Mexico, Southern America, to be as close to Europe as possible. So in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, we were sitting there completely surrounded by the waters and being able to see this really cool temple that is older than you are, where people considered spiritually it's significant to be able to go there to pray. So we checked that out, and it was amazing and touching. One other thing that we did is we visited cenotes, a bunch of cenotes, and went swimming inside of them. And a cenote is an impression in the ground where water has trickled through limestone, eroding it, causing stalactites and stalagmites to form, and a huge cavern where water has usually pooled and collected. We also went into the cenote Iquiquil, which has probably the most fame in that area because of the incredible greenery that's actually dripping into the cavern. So you sit in the center, there's a wide gaping hole in this exotic greenery that's dripping down. It's just straight out of Jurassic Park. It's so gorgeous. And you can actually today go and swim inside of them. And what's amazing is that there's different life that lives inside. Fish that don't have eyes, different types of plankton, weird little shrimpies. I've got to take a little Topo Chico break. This particular cenote was called Sutun. Satun. Saitun?
Cenote Suitun.
This particular one, they had built a platform in the center, so you'd actually walk in the center and do some cool moves for a photo opportunity. So obviously that little platform wasn't there in ancient days. They just built it recently, but I was able to go swimming in this water. It's moments like these that completely recharge your soul. They help you to disconnect so much from your everyday life that you actually can feel like a new person. You feel joy, you feel excitement, and you start to think differently about your problems and remember how small they really can be. The best example was swimming with those sharks because you suddenly feel how small you are. The world swirling around you, moving in beautiful harmony without your worries getting in the way. It allows you to let go. So I hope that this sharing of my vacation inspires you to go and plan your future vacation. Leave in the comments information about your next planned trip. I hope you go and put it on the calendar. And if you want some inspiration for my trip, feel free to ask any questions in the comments to get my itinerary. I'm going to link to a video that we watched to be able to plan our entire trip. This really cute YouTube couple, they go all over the world and we watched 2 specific videos to get our itinerary, and you can copy that exact itinerary too by just watching their video. Let me know how it goes. As always, I'm Emily Page, and I hope this video helped you to go from start to sold.